Hello, this is Jamie Megrich. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I want to show you how I made this card. It's got a little bit of shimmer on there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. So let's get started. I'm using the 4-Season Floral. I'm using this stamp here. And then I'm going to be using this Happy Birthday, or you could use the thank you, that would work too. I'm also using ornate border dies. I'm using these two edges. I've already pre-cut them. These pieces are 4 1/4. They were 1 inch, and I just set the dies on and ran them through my machine. I'm using the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder and the Dainty Diamonds 3D embossing folder. I have a piece of Whisper White, which is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. I have a thick card base, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored and folded at 4 1/4. I have a piece of Melon Mambo, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which I have run through the textile embossing folder. Then I have a piece of, I forgot the color, soft seafoam that I have run through the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. And this is 1 1/2 by 5 1/2. The only ink I'm using is Melon Mambo. I have Winka Stella. I have the Grany Apple Green combo and the Melon Mambo combo. I'm going to use a few dimensionals and the basic rhinestones. Okay, so let's get started. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and adhere the Melon Mambo layer to my card base. I'll use the Stampin' Seal. Started here. I like to make sure I got enough on here. It's just my center it up. It's actually going to cover the entire front of that card. Alright, this one, make sure we know where it's opening, is going to go here. I'm just going to leave like 1/8 of an inch. And again, I'm going to go ahead and use my seal. Okay, so lined it up with the bottom edge, give that 1/8 of an inch, and tack it down. If it hangs off, we can trim it, but I think it matches pretty well. Okay, let's put these two aside for a minute. Okay, now let's bring in that Whisper White piece. Whoops. And a scratch paper, because I'm going to be stamping off the edge. Bring in this rose Melon Mambo ink. Make sure the leaves are at the top. I'm going to stamp one over here. I'm going to stamp one below it. Kind of nestling the leaf here into this little space here. I'm going to put another one up here, and again this leaf here is nesting within the shapes of that flower above it. It's alright if it overlaps just a little bit. And we're going to put one in here, down here. Okay, then we'll come in with the happy birthday. Help if it's right side up. I'm going to stamp that up here. Oh, I messed that up. So that's all right. Let's wash this. And we will fix it somehow. Bring the scratch paper. Stamp it again. What on earth is going on here? Must add fuzz on my cleaner. There we go, that's better. Okay, we're done with the stamping. And since I did this, let's go ahead and bring in the snips. I'm just going to do a cut around it. And go do the kind of fancy cut around it. Well, at least you get to see how to correct a mistake, huh? I could have turned it over and started over, but I think this will work just fine. And then we'll just pop that up right on top of there. That'll work just fine. Okay, so to color these, excuse me, I'm hoarse all of a sudden. I'm not sure why. We're going to bring in our dark Melon Mambo. We're just going to do some dark, like, sea strokes in some of these areas where you think you might have a shadow. I'm not going to do the in the center here. We're just scribbling a little bit of dark. We're not getting super fussy about it. We're just putting a little bit of dark color on here. I'll show you what I mean in a second here. See, it doesn't look even neat. It's just... And then we're coming in with the light color. We're literally just going to color in the right over what we already did. It's alright if you leave a little bit of white space around the edges. Just going to scribble this in. Hopefully my hair's not in the picture. I forgot I didn't put it up today. scribble it all in. I'm almost done here. I got one more little flower after this one. Over here. Okay, and let me show you. See, it just gives you a little bit of dimension. It's not perfectly colored, doesn't need to be. And we're going to do the leaves the same way. We're going to take the dark. I'm just going to scribble a little bit of dark here at the base of each one of the leaves. And I'm just scribbling it in. I'm not trying to be neat. I'm just trying to add a little bit of dark at the base of each leaf. I'll come in with the light, color in the rest of the leaf, and right over the top of what I already colored. I don't know why I don't use this green more often. I really love this color. I tend to go to the old olive for my greens. This is a nice, bright, fun green. I love this color combination. Oh, somehow I got ink on there, but that's alright. Alright, now we're going to bring in these strips. We're going to put some tape on the back. I'm going to bring in the silicone mat so you can actually see what I'm doing, and then if I get glue over the edge, it's not going to matter. Now, if it does go over the edge, just roll it over to the front. Oh, fiddle. Of course, on camera it's not cooperating. Let's roll it over the front. Alright, let's put these on. I want this lacy one on the bottom, and I got glue all over. I'm going to have to erase, but I'll show you how to fix that too. This eyelet one will go on the top. Glue eraser. It'll erase it. Basically it collects it, rolls it up and collects it. Okay, glue all going. Let's do this side. Alright. Now, let's put some dimensionals on the back of this. Glue there. There we go. Dimensionals. Now I put some straddling over the edges to help hold that on. I don't think it needs to be. It's on there pretty good, but okay, now before I put this on, I do want to put, where did I put them? I have a 6-inch piece of ribbon. It's the crinkled seam binding. I put a glue dot on each end, and then I tied a bow out of another little piece. So let's take these off. Stick this down here at this bottom, right where I'm going to cover up that seam. So all that messy glue and the ink that I got on there is going to be covered up. Okay, this one is going to get stuck down right on top of that. Okay, let's take these stickies off. Come on. Alright, I'm bringing our card. This is going to go up here in that third quadrant there. Alright, now where did I put my, where did that label go? With the stamp birthday that I just had it. Well, I'll have to do another one, but I'm going to put a dimensional on and cover that up with it. And it's disappeared, so I'm going to take one of these big blings. I'm going to put one here. Take a couple little ones. One will go here. One will go up here. Seriously, where did that go? There it is. Alright. So let's grab the dimensionals. This is probably a good project for the little ones, but these will work just fine. Tweezers just to help me get placement so my big fingers aren't in the way. There we go. Here's the card we just made together. Here's the one I did previously. Well, thank you for joining me at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you can find a little bit of time to play with some stamps, ink, and paper.